Welcome to Between the Reads, where Black books are shared and celebrated all year long. I'm your host, Audra Russell. There are so many great things going on this year as I continue to amplify Black stories, but I can't do it without your support. Please consider heading over to patreon.com/betweenthereads and becoming a member, or make a one-time donation at www.ko-fi.com/betweenthereadspodcast. Are you ready, Boos and Bros? Then sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Mother, entrepreneur, CEO, producer, journalist, publisher, prison youth community advocate, motivational speaker. The list is endless. Focused and ambition-driven, Tia Hamilton has more than a plan, but a mission. What started as a sports-centered Facebook page in 2012, Uncut Sports Talk, has evolved into a multimedia juggernaut pushing the boundaries while creating opportunity and awareness. The sports page morphed into an online radio station, WMSKOnlineradio.com, specializing in sports, music, and upcoming artist-driven platforms that garnered first national, then international appeal, with over a quarter million listeners and 5 Station of the Year nominations. Her next foray into the business world would be widely celebrated and heralded State vs. Us magazine, founded in 2017, nominated as Magazine of the Year, and Middle River, a county in Baltimore, named SVU 2019 Publisher of the Year. It is a unique and much-needed voice, speaking for the often forgotten and maligned incarcerated individuals and their loved ones. Miss Busy-Ass Tia Hamilton, welcome to Between the Reads.
What up, though?
You're bringing that Detroit flair up in here with the what up, though. All right. I see you. And, you know, you added a couple of other things to your list of accomplishments. Why don't you share real quick what those are?
I just won Bookstore of the Year for the second year in a row. I'm a Clio Award winner. That's CLIO Award. Yes, look that up.
Wow.
We won the bronze for our episode with Tracy Morgan, The Real OGs. The Real OGs. You can look that up on YouTube, The Real OGs, and you can see us. So we just won that. We beat out Brad Pitt on Bullet Train. So
what?
Like, we stepping up around here.
I mean, she act like she's stepping up, y'all. Her game is already up there. I mean, the woman has had, you know, Nicole Hannah-Jones in her store and just all of these community people that I see. I be peeping her Instagram pages. She don't know, but I be watching them Instagram pages and looking at all the people she knows. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just had Jennifer Hare pop up on me and surprise me in the Lexington Market location. She wrote the cooking book, Pie on a Hog.
I read that book and I saw the documentary.
Yes. She was just in the store. So I haven't even posted her picture yet. Yes. Yes.
See, y'all, Tia doing big things. All right. See, she gonna make my podcast just take off. We got Tia Hamilton up in the cut,
yes.
y'all.
Yes.
Y'all don't know.
I'm trying. I'm busy out here, but I'm trying.
You do more than trying, sis. Now let's start with your bookstore, Urban Reads, located in Baltimore. Tell us how and why it got started.
Well, I own a magazine called State vs. Us magazine, where it highlights high-profile cases. It talks about the corruption that goes on in the prison system, the government, the police department. Also, it speaks to the success stories of formerly incarcerated individuals, such as myself. Mm-hmm. And I got it wrapped up in one big package, going into the prisons. It's on prison catalog. It's in UK, Norway, Canada. And I needed somewhere for this magazine to be. So I went out I was already had distribution in Barnes & Nobles and Books A Million. Mm-hmm. But I wanted local access. And when I went locally, no one wanted to put me on their shelf. So I said, all right, I'm going to open up a bookstore. And I'm going to put my own book on my shelf. So that's what I did. And while I did that, I wanted to put local authors on and prison authors. Prison authors making more money than me than Amazon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you started a bookstore just because there was no place for your magazine to go.
Didn't know what I was doing with a bookstore. Didn't know anything. I said, that's the building I want, and that's where I'm going. And I
Okay.
opened it.
Well, and that's my next question. How did you come to acquire the storefront where you are right now?
So my son's uniforms was too small. So it's a uniform spot right here, like not a couple, like a block away.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know how I end up coming. Normally when I'm on the street, I'm coming the opposite direction. So I don't know how I end up coming the direction going up.
Uh-huh.
But we were stuck in traffic right there. And I just happened to look over and I saw it. I was like, oh, that's me. I'm going to pull over right here. Kamani, go to that uniform place, exchange your shirts, and I'm going to call these people. I came to look at it the next day. My homeboy was coming after I was grade leave because I was on my way out of town. And I said, oh, no, don't tell me you got this spot. He was like, yeah. But he had a deposit on it.
Uh-huh.
So he was coming with the electrician and all that to see what needed to be done and all of that. So I said, listen, this is my space. He said, man, go ahead. He said, go ahead, you play too much. I was like, seriously, Tone, I need this spot. I need a bookstore here. These people need me. And I ain't know what they needed. I just knew they needed me. So he was like, all right, we're going to think about it. So the next 2 days later, I'm in my hotel room, and he told me I can have it. He said, I'm going to withdraw my application, and you can have it. And it was on.
So you just said, look, this is my space, not yours.
I signed the lease
you're
in
mistaken.
September 2019. I opened up December 19th. December 15th of 2019.
So you coming up on what?
3
years.
3 years.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I normally have an anniversary party and all that. I ain't got time for that. I'm moving and shaking.
I still just, that was divine intervention that had you going down that road. And then, I'm just loving that you were just like, listen, this is not your space.
Yeah.
This is my space.
Yeah, I told him that. I said, this is me. They need me over here. And I didn't know exactly what that meant, but I'm here serving the community.
Yes, you are. Now, there is something that you do with your customers, which you did with me when I came into your shop, which is taking a picture in front of your mural in the store. What started that tradition?
I've been doing that since day one. And
why?
A lot of stuff, because I wanted to show authors where they support coming from.
Okay.
I said, you know what? You want to take a picture? I did that with the first customer. They was like, yeah. So we just started taking pictures. Every customer get a picture. At Lexington Market, they getting pictures. Here, they getting pictures.
So you have a permanent place at Lexington Market as well?
It's about to be.
Wow. So you have 2 locations.
Yes.
Look at you.
All right. Open up a third.
Where?
Aha.
Oh, it's a secret right now?
It's a secret for another 2 weeks.
Wow. But it's in Baltimore?
Yes, it's in Baltimore.
Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Now, another service that your bookstore offers is sending books to incarcerated individuals. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Man, it's rough, man. 60% of people incarcerated are illiterate. Mm-hmm. So who am I to have a bookstore? Who am I to be formerly incarcerated? Who am I to have family in jail right now as we speak? Mm. Who am I to have friends that was in jail and not attack that? Mm-hmm. Not see the need. See, I'm a seer. Mm-hmm. And I'm a visionary. Mm-hmm. And if I see that a need to be met, I'm going to meet that need.
Okay.
So one day, I had got 2 letters from incarcerated people asking me for donations. Mm-hmm. And I said, damn, I can't do it. So I'm just going to put out something on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And man, listen, in a week, I had 281 books donated.
I brought 2 boxes myself.
Yes. And I said, yo, this is the wave. This is it. This what I'm going to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up with 800 something books, and I still get them. Mm-hmm. So now when I'm doing book signings, I ask everybody, would you like to donate a book to someone incarcerated?
Yes.
So a lot of people donate, and a lot of people be turning their nose up, and I'm like, don't do that.
Right.
Because these men, just because they incarcerated, that don't mean they belong there.
Right.
It's more wrongfully convicted people than it is who did it in prison. Mm-hmm. So, and a lot of them can't read. So we gotta be that vessel to introduce that to them, to introduce that wordplay, and get them reading. So I done sent books everywhere, man. Federal prison, state prison, no matter the state, and it's just been heaven. These dudes are appreciative. They give me reviews of books and all of that.
Wow.
Yep.
That's amazing. And I remember there was something that you had where somebody tried to ruin your thing where you got accused of something with the books. I remember you talking about on Instagram where something happened where somebody was trying to accuse you of smuggling something with the books or something.
Oh, child.
To try and ruin that program.
I don't know who these assholes were. But and it came from Baltimore. That's the thing that bugs me out. Mm-hmm. It's someone here in Baltimore. Mm. And you know what? I forgot about that because I need to check up with the police about that. But it burns me up that someone from Baltimore thought it was okay to mess with me. Mm-hmm. So I had to get specially packaging and all of this kind of stuff. But the police knew because they checked my website to see if I carry those books. Mm-hmm. And they started looking at my packages and everything. Mm-hmm. Like, and one prison sent me all the books, the order form and everything, and that shit don't look like nothing I sent in the prison. Don't look like nothing I sent in the prison. So it was a blessing that they didn't come lock me up. Right. They didn't have this only happened in the feds. So my thing was with it happening in the feds, you know, the feds sometimes they move quickly, but that's less likely. And most often they do their due diligence first before they come for you. I'm just happy I ended up on the side where they did their due diligence first. Right. Because they checked my website, they checked my store, they was looking at me. So I'm thanking God that I wasn't doing nothing crazy or wrong in here because I could have got jammed up off of that. Right. Yeah. But for someone to think that it was okay to mess with me and do that, that was disrespectful.
You know, and not only to do that to you, but to potentially mess up the opportunity for people who are incarcerated to receive those books, because I'm sure that those books are a lifeline when you're sitting in a cell and you have no freedoms and, you know, all of the god awful circumstances that they must face in there. Those books are a lifeline. Yeah. So for somebody to mess with that. Yeah. And what they could have done was say, you know what? We're not going to allow her to send no more books in here. Right. And I know she didn't do this, but we can't risk it. They never said that. That's great. Like, I always thank God all the time. I'm super blessed. He covers me. I got discernment, and I practice it. And I use people's energy, and I always move. When I'm spoken to, that's what I do. So I'm always covered, and no matter what weapon formed against me, it won't prosper. Won't prosper. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. At all. Yes. Now, you talked about it a little bit, but we're going to back up and go back to it. You have a magazine called State versus Us. Tell us again why you started this magazine and what it's all about.
Okay, let me get it out my... I got one right here in my book bag. So...
I see Tia's hair. Tia's hair is always banging.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm just saying. For those that are like listening, y'all need to go over to the YouTube channel and check it out. Tia's hair is always just laid.
So this is the first issue.
Okay.
With me on the cover. And, man, so I got a phone call from my ex in prison. He said he wanted to start a magazine. And he wanted it to speak about stuff you do every day. You wake up, you eat, you go to rec, you play cards, you fight maybe, you watch TV. Like, it's a boring life in prison. So what do you want to talk about? I said, if I'm going to do a magazine, I'm going to talk about my people. He didn't like that direction. So I went ahead with it. And it blew up. It blew up. So he gave me the idea with my money, and it was a struggle because my car had broke down, but I needed this magazine to get out, so I sacrificed a new car to get this magazine out. So I took a lot of sacrifices in everything I do, and everything I do becomes bigger than the last thing I've done. So this although I'm a bail bondsman, I'm about to retire in about 2 weeks. And I started that. Then I got the radio show. Then the radio station became bigger than the radio show. Then I got the magazine. That became busy, and I couldn't do that no more. Now I got the bookstore. Man, listen. It's whatever. Everything I touch shines. So it's just that I needed to, and it happened at the right time. Because I needed to expose the atrocities that these people are doing to our people in prison. And I needed to expose the level in which they will go to get this done. My issue 7 that's about to drop in March, hands down, might be my best one.
Okay.
Hands down.
Okay.
Because, and it's just basically off of one article for real.
Wow.
And this lady's son was killed in Indiana in prison. And they try to say because he was on drugs, he killed himself. But I got the autopsy. I got the toxicology. I got everything, even his dead body. And the things that they are willing to go to cover this man up. He was murdered. No lawyer would touch it or anything. I'm going to get this lady some help. So I'm responsible for, I help bring home 6 men and women from prison due to my magazine. I only got 6 issues out. I'm archived in the Stromberg Center for Black Research Culture in Harlem, New York. I'm archived in the New York Library in Long Island. And I'm just in Canada, Norway, UK, and I'm working on trying to get books over in Spain and Germany.
So something you just said was going to be one of my questions. Your efforts are responsible for bringing home a number of incarcerated individuals. Share with us a little bit about how your magazine did that.
Well, I'm doing the interviews. So if you claiming wrongful conviction, you got to be able to prove that to me. And that's what they claim. So, like with my first one, Brian Johnson, he's in issue 3. He claimed wrongful conviction, and he sent me the proof. So I put the pictures in there with the interview. As soon as I did that and released that magazine, a lawyer in school at New York, contacted him. Next thing you know, he was out. Now, mind you, that same guy went on Facebook and said he needs somebody to connect him to Kim Kardashian. So his homegirl, which is a friend of mine, gonna say, well, I don't have Kim Kardashian, but I got Tia. Okay. He said he didn't want me. I wasn't high profile enough. And who brought him home?
You did.
So it's not about who's high profile. What impact do you make to make it happen.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So then another one came, Molly G. Then another one came, April Barber. She got clemency. It was a few of them.
Wow.
Another one that's in my 5th issue. I can't remember his name off top, but he came home on clemency.
Wow.
And I actually connected him with the powers to be to get him home. Yep. But you know what's crazy? None of these people thank me when they come home.
Really?
But I don't get upset because my blessing's still gonna flow. But they come home. Brian Johnson took months. Matter of fact, it was my birthday. He wished me a happy birthday and said thank you for bringing me home. Now the only one is Anthony Jackson. He's in issue 4. I did his article and it went where it needed to go, and next thing you know, he was home. I'm in contact with him. He talks to me. He follows me and everything. And he posts the magazine that he in all the time. He doing pictures and photo shoots with it. Like, he's appreciative. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always good to be appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the name State versus Us. It's kind of like a double entendre because I feel like it's State versus Us and State versus US. Tell us how you came up with that name.
State versus Us. So Fever named it. He named it, and he wanted it to be a state thing. So it was the state, the system, the corrupt system against us, prisoners, incarcerated people, and that's how it came about. So I just didn't keep it. I kept the name, but I didn't keep it at the state level because it's plenty of fed people that want their story out too.
Right.
So I got fed people in here, state people, and I'm working on some youth stories next.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So your magazine, in addition to telling these stories, it advises Black people on how to handle encounters with the law, gives financial literacy, real estate, and legal advice. And those are all very important things, especially for our people. Why did you choose to tackle these issues in addition to doing the stories about wrongly incarcerated individuals?
When I was out here running in these streets, acting up, wilding out, selling drugs, gang banging, and all that, I always knew something was wrong. But I didn't know how to get out. I didn't know how to channel that energy into something else. So I always said, give me the opportunity. I'm going to create a transitional house to bring people home, and I'm going to tell their stories. And now I'm in position to do that. Because it's important that we understand and we make people aware what's happening. I really didn't fully find out about myself and who I was and channel into that energy until 5 years ago. When I started this magazine, and I started be like, damn, we fucked up out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This government, I knew the government wasn't nothing. But like, we ain't shit. And the NFL ain't nothing. The NBA and all of these organizations that's controlled by white, powerful men. Jewish men. And they not putting us in the game. Because they so busy keeping us out. And it's important that I put that in the situation where people can understand, like, yo, listen, everybody incarcerated don't belong there. And that's what this magazine is fit for. It's built for. Exposing the truth to the people. Because they spend so many times hiding it. Like, look what happens when cops get in trouble, shoot somebody or whatever. It take them days. Trouble, they need an investigation first. Well, you got Lil Ray, he going to jail immediately with no bail. Why can't the investigation be done on him first?
Right.
We in two worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like it. So I'm exposing the two worlds.
You're exposing the two worlds, and you're giving people the tools to be able to maneuver successfully in those worlds.
Yeah, I'm about to start a spin-off for this. It's a newspaper.
Okay.
That's going to give resources to different people coming home. Mm-hmm. Jobs, schools, anything that can help them return properly.
Okay.
So we're going to provide resources in the newspaper and do all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned.
You're going to help people kind of reintegrate back into society as well.
Yeah.
Told y'all Tia's busy, y'all. Tia ain't one to mess with. That's all I'm saying. So your magazine separates rumors from facts. And as one of your readers puts it, tells the stories that the evening news doesn't tell from the voices of the people that lived through it. Now, while I imagine that there can be gratifying aspects to what you do, I imagine it's probably also very disheartening at times and tiring. Share some of the challenges you face as you go about getting these stories out there.
The only challenge I face is editing this thing. I'm telling you.
See, y'all, Tia make me sick. I'm trying to get some challenges out this woman. Talk about, like, some of the shit she goes through. She's like, I ain't got no challenges. It's editing. That's it. I'm built for this.
I am, man. Like, man. Yeah, I'm built for this. Like,
but there's gotta be something. I mean, just
dealing with these knuckleheads.
Okay.
Asking retarded questions, and I don't care what nobody say. There isn't such thing as a dumb question. There isn't such thing as a dumb question, damn it. But like, when I do these stories, because some of them have to pay for their feature, and some of them get the free packet where I got the questions already lined up for them, and I send it in prison. They just fill it out. But those who I have to interview pay for that. Mm-hmm. Some of them are a little touch and go. But I really don't have no challenges though, for real. Like, even when I hear these stories, it just excel me to do more. It makes me like, I gotta dismantle these motherfuckers. Like, I gotta dismantle the system. Mm-hmm. It don't bring me down or anything. Like, I had some interns in here and they was going through the interviews and putting it on a document, and they was like, man, how you do this? Mm-hmm. I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't know how you do it.
Look, read this stuff. Like, how you do this? Mm-hmm. I was like, it's nothing. I don't know. Call me cold, whatever, because the stories are touching. Mm-hmm. The stories will make anybody, like, break down like, damn, that's fucked up. Mm-hmm. But I don't have that type of energy. I just move forward and just keep it moving, keep pushing. But yeah, the average person ain't gonna be able to handle this right here. This right here ain't for everybody.
Mm-hmm. So what's one thing you love most about being a community advocate?
Oh, once I get on the mic, man, and open up my mouth, whew, all kind of knowledge spit out. And I don't never remember what I said. When I do these youth summits, when I do speaking engagements, when I be anywhere, I don't never prepare. I don't never write nothing. And I don't never prepare anything. I just go with whatever God, I say a prayer. And whatever God lead me to say, I'm going to say it. And once there's a mic in my hand, I don't see nobody.
That's it, huh? You just in the zone.
I'm tuned in. I'm ready to get it popping. So that I can't say.
You just love, I mean, you can't give me one thing that you love about being a community advocate other than the mic in your hand.
The people.
Okay.
Seeing, like, when I do my youth summits and I block off 30th Street and see all these kids smiling and they happy and stuff, they go home. So I'm good with that.
Okay.
But passing out these book bags and having these conversations with them, because the youth summit is about having these real conversations with our youth. It ain't just about come and get a book bag. You don't get a book bag until this shit over with. We need to have a conversation with you. We need to sit and talk about the topics that y'all deal with every day: bullying, sexual assault, sex, the murder rate, racism, your hair. We need to talk about these things because my guess, we embrace these babies.
Yes.
And we let them know, like, you can email us, you can call us anytime. You know what I'm saying? To go over whatever it is that you're going through. Or if you need something. If I can't do it, I'm going to call my homie and he going to get it done. So it's that type of love. And it's being with the prisons. When I go in these prisons, I tell these dudes flat out, if you ever ran a block, you're a supervisor. If you ever ran an organization, you're a boss. Same grind, different product. And they be like, damn.
Yeah. A lot of these kids don't realize that a lot of the talents that they have, a lot of those street talents, they do transfer into other things that they can do that are productive and that can make them successful and, that can help them be entrepreneurs and CEOs.
Transferable talent. Yeah. And they don't see that. They don't understand it. So, like, I'm about to go in the hood probably next week with some book bags.
Okay.
Pop my trunk up. They fully stuffed, fully loaded, and then kids can go ahead and take the book bag. So I do stuff like that, and I'm good. I went and dropped book bags off at the schools and stuff like that. I went up to my son old middle school. She saw me. She said, "Kamani, mother," and she remembered me all that time. My son in his second year of college.
Wow. And
that's because I was an involved parent. I was an active parent in every school he went. So the teachers, everybody knew me. And my son was just brilliant. He was good. So, yeah, I guess that's the love.
Okay. All right. So, and damn it, think of an answer for this question that I'm getting ready to ask you. What's one of the biggest challenges you face as a Black independent bookstore owner?
Oh, shit. Going up against Amazon. Like, I'm selling Michelle Obama book for the price that's on the book. And Amazon got it for $16. So it's a challenge, but people, like, I stopped letting people take pictures of my books. When people come want to take I tell them the price. They want to take a picture. I says, don't do that. What you want to take that and compare it to Amazon? The lady looked at me like, yeah. Don't take a picture of my book. I don't allow that. Because that's what they want to do. And I don't allow, either you going to support me or you not. But you're not going to take pictures of these books. Right. So I don't allow picture taking. Money. Being able to get a loan. I haven't had one. I got denied for PPPs and all that. So all of this, God is in control of this because I don't know. I don't know where the money be coming from. I don't know. I just follow his lead, and that's what I'm doing. So that's the challenge, but it's not a challenge. You see what I'm saying? I just take everything in stride, man, and just stay blessed up and stay focused and stay with the task at hand. That I'm going to change the world and some lives in it.
Just inspiring.
Thank you.
Okay, so highlighting high-profile cases and wrongful convictions, speaking out against corruption, sharing the stories of people who made it out of prison to the streets of success, running the bookstore, multiple locations, being a motivational speaker, a prison and youth community advocate. And I'm sure I left a whole lot of stuff out. A publisher.
Award winner.
award winner.
I'm leaving stuff out my damn self.
I know you are. You do a lot.
Yes.
How do you recharge?
Oh, I guess that in once a week. I go out a lot by myself, so I'm so big now that I can't even post where I'm at when I'm there. I gotta do it when I'm gone because I get stalked. I get people trying to bully me online. I stood up for Kyrie and the Jews came for me. Like, all kind of sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? But
goodness.
I stand 10 toes down. So I recharge by spending time to myself. Like, I love my bed. Like, right after I get out of the store doing these orders, I'm going to go home. I'm going to pour me a drink. I'm going to put the TV on my stories. I still watch Young and the Restless and Bold and Beautiful. I'm going to roll this fat blunt. And I'm going to sit there and be still.
Right.
And I'm going to just be like, yes. And melt my tail in that bed. Because I'm happy when I'm home. And then sometimes I go to a bar lounge and get a few drinks and some wings and go home. That's my time with me.
Okay.
So I'm not doing anything for the next 3 weeks because I leave in 3 weeks to go to Mexico on a cruise with my kids. So we out. I'm scared, but we out.
Don't be scared. You ain't got nothing to be scared of, girl.
First cruise. I'm scared of big body of water. Yeah.
Big bad T is scared of some water.
Yes.
Get out of here, girl.
Yes.
Get out of
Yes.
here. And wait, so you back there, you said in the store. So am I right now getting a little sneak preview of that door that is behind the counter at the store? Am I in the office right now?
Yeah, you in the office. I got prison mail all over this damn place. I got books all over. I got mail that need to be open and everything, man. It's a disaster here.
Well, you got it set up right now. It looks good. This little spot you got showing looks good.
And I know where everything at. If I tell you to come in here and go to the right of the desk and get this such and such, I know that's where you better go.
It's organized chaos.
Yep, that's it. You know, hell yeah. Organized chaos, because I know where my stuff at. I can come in, I can tell somebody go there, and then be there.
Okay. So tell our readers and listeners where your bookstore is located.
I'm located Urban Reads Bookstore at 3008 Greenmount Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21218. And my second location is Lexington Market. The old school Lexington Market has a new look. Come down to 400 West Lexington Street, Baltimore, Maryland, 21201. Second floor, by the steps, you'll find me. And then the location on Greenmount Avenue, I have My Mama's Vegan is in here. We are two powerful black women, and we realize our strength together. So she's in here operating the cafe, and we winning. And
she's got a third location coming, y'all, but she won't tell where yet.
It's the secret.
Secret. And tell us where we can find you on the internet and social media.
Oh, the internet. Y'all ready? Pull a pen and pad out. I'm going to give y'all 2 seconds.
1, 2.
Okay. Urban Reads Bookstore. You can find it by the title, Urban Reads Bookstore, everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I might be leaving Twitter. Elon Musk.
Let's listen.
State versus Us magazine. You can find it, the name, on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And you can find me, Miss Connoisseur, at Miss Connoisseur, MZ_Connoisseur with a K.
Okay. All right. And your website?
The website is oururbanreads.com and statevsurmag.com.
And y'all need to go to her website because she has lots of interesting events. I found out about the events of several authors that were at the Enoch Pratt Free Library.
5 more I'm about to put up over the weekend.
Oh, I got to go check them out. Really?
Been Jealous is one of them. Yeah.
Oh, my
Ebony
goodness.
K. Williams is another.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just haven't had time to put up on it. I think I might do that tonight.
All right.
Put them
No,
up
you
on the
said
website.
no, ma'am. I'm going to boss you around. You said you was getting your ass in the bed, rolling a blunt, and drinking, and relaxing. Sit your ass still for a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Do it tomorrow morning. I know she ain't gonna listen to me because she be like, this chick don't even know me. She telling me what to do. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help you out. I'm just trying to help you out.
I gotta get me some food too. I left that out.
And you got my mama's vegan right there. What are you
I
doing?
need that. I need food. I need some meat.
I mean, okay. I thought maybe since you had her up in there, you didn't do the meat.
Nah. She be
Go over to Lexington Market. Aren't they open?
She don't mind. When I tell her I'm hungry, she be like, get out. Get away from me. Leave me alone. Because I smell. See, with me, with food, I smell everything. I look it. I inspect it. I'm a picky eater. And I need to know what the hell I'm eating.
But I mean, isn't Lexington Market open?
I eat that stuff every day.
Oh, well.
Every day.
So what you gonna eat then?
I don't know. I want something good.
You don't have anything in mind that you want? You're not in the mood for something?
All I eat is chicken wings. So it might be chicken. I don't know. I might get a Subway sandwich or something.
You in Baltimore.
That don't mean that. It ain't no good food around. A lot of good food here.
Yesterday, I go to Dukem all the time. Ethiopian food. Go get you some Ethiopian food at Dukem. What is that?
I don't know. I gotta look at it and smell it. I keep it safe.
Ethiopian food is good.
And steak is my favorite food. So, yeah.
Okay, then take your ass to Ruth's Chris.
I know, but that's too far.
Y'all, see?
That's too far.
Difficult ass.
I'm going to get something on my way home. Whatever's en route, probably Subway. Eat a half a sub and lay down.
Okay. Well, we have come to the end of our show. Thank you, Tia, for being here, sharing your time and talents with us today. I truly appreciate you and all that you do for our community.
Thank you so much for having me. Shout out to Between the Podcast.
Between the Reads podcast. Yes, thank you.
Between the Reads. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Between the Reads podcast. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay, baby.
Shout out to you and all you do, and thank you for having me on your show.
Finally, because we had, I came to your shop in 2020, and then we finally got it going. 2 years, but we finally got to work together.
Yeah, so let everybody know how they can find you.
On my own. Girl, this is my show. Be quiet. She already took a hit of that blunt or something.
Not yet, boy, but I'm on my way. Let everybody know how they can find you, where they can find you, and watch your show and social media.
Y'all know where y'all can find me. BetweenTheReads.com, Between the Reads Podcast on IG, on YouTube, YouTube.com/C/BetweenTheReads. Y'all know what to do.
And I testified in the House in Annapolis in January or February or something like that to get the marijuana on the ballot. It got on the ballot, it passed. So now we about to have a series of meetings.
Okay.
To lobby, because now we got to go back and force them to write this bill to include us.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want in.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
We want in, and all the black people that are in jail for them little bits of marijuana need to be released.
Yes. So we're going to start this Monday. I got politicians coming and everything. So we're going to start this Monday, and we're going to start the groundwork, and we're going to get this thing popping.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Again, thank you, Miss Tia, for being here. I appreciate you and everything that you do for our community. And since people don't thank you, I'm thanking you.
Thank you. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. I never lose. I either win or I learn. Nelson Mandela.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Booze and Brews, y'all know what time it is. Today's quote comes from the late, great Malcolm X, and he said, I have no mercy or compassion in me for a society that will crush people and then penalize them for not being able to stand up under the weight. Until next time, y'all, you know what to do. Grab a book and read, and I'm out. Thanks for lending me your ear today. If you enjoyed this content, please head over to betweenthereads.com and leave a rating for the show. While you're there, consider supporting this independent podcast by becoming a patron at patreon.com/betweenthereads. Join us next week for another great episode.